Hello guys, Trio Guy here, and I'm making this quick video just to explain why I believe Khan has the solver. And before you ask, oh, if he had the solver, why couldn't he just use it at any point in the series? I'm just going to immediately say that it's probably dormant. I mean, Uzi had the solver, and she didn't really show signs of it until the pilot. And at least, as far as we know, Uzi was already a teen. So yeah, it takes a long time for it to actually show. I'm going to explain why I believe Khan has a solver by saying the episode and then explain what pieces of evidence in that said episode shows that Khan has a solver. I'm not going to summarize this. This isn't an episode summary. This is very much for people who already knew the series. So if you're new to the series, then just please, I beg you, go watch this series. It's coming to an end soon, please. Anyways, let's get this party started. Episode 1, the pilot. There's nothing here. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing here. This episode is entirely it doesn't have any focus of anything about the solver, which the only pieces of it is one single line of code, and it appears on Uzi's screen for 1 second in Jay's fight and at the ending. So there isn't really that much evidence that Khan has a solver. I don't know, other than maybe Khan refusing to go touch grass, I guess. Episode 2, Heartbeat. In this episode, there isn't much evidence for Khan having a solver either. But unlike the pilot, there is some clues to it. When Khan is talking to the teacher and the solver is trying to break in, his screen light starts to flicker in a weird way, which seems to be inconsequential and probably just being lighting or even animation error. But the thing is, it happens to Uzi as well, and it only happens when the solver is around the area. And you might say, how come Nen doesn't have his screen flickering, considering the fact he is, I guess you could say, controlled by the solver in a way, or at least has influence of it. And I want to say is because Khan and Uzi's, they're probably more dormant compared to N. Uzi's still breaking mirrors at this point, so there's no way for her to actually have ability to control it. So maybe that's why her and Khan screen starts to flicker around the solver. It's just showing that the solver is nearby and it's influencing them in some way. Episode 3, the promenade. In this episode, well, there's actually a stronger case of Khan having the solver in this one compared to the last one, which I know isn't saying much. But yeah, in this episode, Doll has no qualms when it comes to killing people. She literally kills someone right in front of them just for walking in her way. So I kind of would assume that she will at least try to injure Khan, especially since she had no problem eating Lizzie to across the room. No, Khan leaves the situation unharmed. And you might say, well, a bunch of other students also left this unharmed. What? Although the reason why I'm pointing out specifically Khan is that he sees the solver symbol in this episode, yet he only focuses on doors. Which, yes, I guess it's later on revealed that he already knew about the solver drones, considering he has Nori's insane closet. I also want to point out the whole flashing imagery part when Doll turns around to face Khan. It's red and it shows some images that will later be seen in Nori's insane closet. I want to ask why this specifically happens. Is this because these doodles are probably only in Nori's closet? There's no way that Doll could have possibly seen them. So this could be just images flashing into Khan's mind when he sees Doll, which is kind of interesting. Episode 4, Cabin Fever.